The Betterment Junkies.
Hey guys, I'm Mr. White. With me I have Mr. Black. Thank you for visiting our first short here today on the Betterment Junkies. Today's topic, we're actually going to talk about Venom. I don't know when this is actually going to come out, but this is close to, we both saw it last night. Venom the movie. We're going to get into the character of the Venom, how the movie was, what we thought of the movie. Just a quick short, and just to basically show you guys how we're going to go about doing our shorts. This is, guys, where it comes into the junkie part. These are little topics that we're actually, you can say, addicted about. These are hobbies. These are passionate things. We just grew up with it and we like it and we want to continue to talk about it.
What'd you think?
You just want to go straight into it?
What'd you think?
You just want to go straight into it?
What'd you think of it?
Okay, so before I saw it, I saw the Rotten Tomatoes score. I didn't see any reviews.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
saw
read
that too.
And it was like 23 or something. My friend actually showed it to me, and before we went together, because she had apprehension about it. She was like, "No, I don't think it'll be a good movie."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you can't really judge a book by its cover. So I went there with an open mind. I went there thinking like, I'm not going to think it's going to be a bad movie. I'm not going to think it's going to be a good movie.
Yeah.
I'm just going to enjoy it for what it was. And I think because of that, I had a better experience than most people did. Most people probably did with Venom.
Yeah, I did something similar. I saw one review, which was pretty negative. I'm like, all right, I don't want this to ruin my experience. And after that, I was like, I'm not going to look at any reviews, and I went and saw the movie. I think we both did similar things in that regard.
Yeah. So
But
I guess I have a more positive outlook towards it. But what did you think? This if you want to give it a score, maybe it'll be easier to score like in the Marvel movies. Like, what would you put it underneath, or would you just put it at the bottom? At the bottom.
I can't rank this movie. I can't, because it's like Tom Hardy and Venom are different categories than the movie itself.
That you're exactly right.
Because
That's
Tom Hardy was really good in the role. Venom was really good in the role. There's one thing about them that wasn't genuine. I'll talk about that later. But the movie itself was just like exposition, like we were talking about before. It was just like, here's what's happening. Here's what's happening again. It was just like things were told to us instead of shown to us. And,
okay.
And then the villain and then the love interest, like they weren't developed. Like it was just really.
That's
choppy.
interesting, because I disagree with you about the exposition. I think there was lack of exposition, which was them trying to be smart and kind of just show, meaning like, they didn't explain where the symbiotes came from. I mean, they did explain, we're here for you. I guess I see what you're saying, like those talks that they had with Tom Hardy and Venom, and he's kind of expositing basically what he's there for, but he's fully not saying it. He's kind of leading him on.
Well, no, so that part was fine, because literally it's two characters meeting for the first time and then discussing their views. That was kind of okay. But for me, a movie is made by the villain, and the villain, literally, how you found out about him was through Tom Hardy interviewing him, and then he just established this guy is super smart, and he's a corrupt criminal. And he just fits into a stereotypical corporate criminal. And he doesn't seem like, he does evil shit, but I don't know. He seemed like such a flat character.
Yeah, so
it's all about the villain when it comes to the superhero movies.
Well, this is an anti-hero movie, so I went into it thinking all about Venom, and I got good Venom. I agree with you that I feel the movie is separate than Venom, the character.
Mm-hmm.
How about we do this? Let's talk about the positives real quick.
Okay.
Big positive for me was Tom fucking Hardy.
Yeah.
That man can do no wrong. I feel so bad for him, because I would love to see him continue this role and this character. Love to see him be with Spider-Man in future movies. Like, that's all I could keep thinking. I'm like, man, he's gonna be fucking great with everyone else. When they do the merge over,
he saved it, because literally, if you had a bad actor and a bad Venom, I know it's a huge part, but now I see a chance of this merging with Spider-Man, like the Marvel universe. I see it, because they have a solid character, and if they get one other movie with a good director for Carnage, then it's redeemable, and it could be transitioned over to Spider-Man. But we're talking about positives, right?
Yes. Let's stick with the positives. And maybe I guess I should just fully say this now because we totally forgot to, and this is because it's our first short. Spoiler warning.
Yeah, that was really late.
Yeah. But not that we gave too much away, and I don't think so yet. This is a generalization. But from now on, moving forward, there's going to be full spoilers because you said Carnage. What did you think about the casting of Carnage first?
I can see it working.
Yeah?
I
I can see him being crazy enough. I think he has a look, but it was just comical because it seemed like a clown wig on him.
Yeah.
Because I know he has no hair. So, like, I know it's a wig on him.
Yeah. But
So,
I could see that. That's a good. That's another thing. That's a good casting right there. I could see.
by the way, the casting is Woody Harrison.
Yeah.
Right? I was going to say Woody Allen. No, that's the director. Woody Harrison.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, he was in The Last Planet of the Apes. He was in Han Solo, the movie, Solo Star Wars movie. But he's a good actor. I think you could work with him. Besides that, because that was just a small after credit scene. I do think Tom saved it. I did like the relationship between him and his girlfriend. And the relationship, like I love that entire trio of him, her, and Venom. And then just Venom. A fun fact, not a fun fact. It's the truth. Is Tom Hardy did both the voices for Venom and himself. So whenever he was talking, he had recorded it. I watched a little video on how the director and the sound guys they actually did it. When he would record both the lines in the recording studio, they would chop it up and only have Venom sound, and they would put a little audio in his ear. So as he was acting it out, Venom would be talking in his ear, so he would act out with Venom.
Oh shit, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and like you think about those scenes where he's fighting in his apartment, putting his hands up, hands down, things like that. Like
see, that shit was hilarious. It was like
amazing.
And then when he says jump out the window, and then he goes. He's next scene cuts to the elevator, and you hear Venom say "pussy."
Exactly. Not for once did I go into the disbelief that this man is just acting, or like, I was fully invested in the fact that Venom was in there, and I like their dynamic. I really like their dynamic. They had the banter. What I think.
And Venom's comedy was on point.
Yeah,
Heads
absolutely.
In the corner,
yeah,
turn rolling down Whitley. That's a classic Venom.
Yeah. And what I think this movie would have been better if it got the rated R version that it was supposed to, instead of catering to the PG-13. But I get that you have to kind of move it into Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I don't know if the problems. I guess we're moving to the problems now.
Yeah, but I guess is Tom Hardy the only positive that we have about this movie? I mean, I thought it was a fun movie. Like I have in my
action sequences pretty good.
Okay, not the best, but okay.
Action sequences were pretty good. I didn't mind them. Venom and Tom Hardy's relationship great. I did not like the villain. I did not like the love interest. I did
Positives. Give me one more positive than Tom Hardy. Because I'll tell you this, I thought it was fun. I had in my row of where I was sitting in the theater, there was kids, and there were some scary moments for the kids, and they were like kind of into it. They were screaming, but when it was funny, they were into it. They were laughing. They were excited. So I think like. As raw emotions go, they kind of, if kids can feel it, they kind of got it.
Well, yeah, let me not get wrong. Like, walked in, watched a movie, walked out thinking it was a good movie. I liked the movie. It was just, I saw so much potential for it to be better. That's where I'm coming from. Yeah. I liked the movie. And also because I'm a little biased because I love Venom. Grew up with Venom and Spider-Man. So, like, I'm biased in that way. I just see so many glaring pieces where it could be better.
I guess this is also an opposite. I think Mr. Black is more of a Marvel guy, and Mr. White, I'm more of a DC guy. Would you say that's factual?
I don't know.
Because I know you love Batman. I know you love your Batman.
Batman is like one of my favorites, but then it switches between Spider-Man sometimes. Spider-Man was the first superhero I liked the most.
Yeah. See, and DC was all DC for me.
I like DC, but DC's fucking movies, they've hurt me too many times. Yeah, I've been hurt way too many times.
We'll save that for other shorts, alright? Excuse me. Okay, why don't we just let's go into the negatives now.
First, let's talk about the
villain. Okay.
I think the villain is critical. Like, Batman has Joker. Like, Venom is an anti-hero, but that doesn't mean, even though he's an anti-hero, you either need to have him face a definitive good person, or a definitively way more evil person, because an anti-hero is in the middle. So they decided to go with someone way more evil. But they were just throwing an evil person at you. Like, they didn't, like, do any backstory to him. They didn't, like, make you invested in the villain at all.
Yeah,
Like,
so
he just seemed like a psychotic person.
that's where I disagree with their exposition, because I didn't think we got a lot of information on things. And I think it was almost like a bold choice that they made it like, you guys can interpret it, or you guys are smart enough to know what's going on. But, like, we didn't get where did they find symbiotes in like space? Like, how did they know they were there? How did they go out and get it? You just all of a sudden start off and they have a project going.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, this man's a mass evil person in this corporation that we've never heard about. I know it's not technically still part of the Marvel universe, but, like, if they could have just find ways to connect it or do it a little better or give us a little bit more explanation where I feel more invested into this evil character.
Like, even use a flashback. I would have been okay with a flashback showing something traumatic that happened to him and why he's down this path.
Yeah, because they did give him that, like, that string of being like, I'm kind of playing God. There were a lot of lines there where he was acting like he was playing God, where he felt like he was God. He even called the symbiotes, like, a better version. Like, he mourned for the symbiote dying, but not all the human test subjects dying, because he viewed them as a higher life form.
That was a cool part.
Yeah, so I got his, like, dynamic that they were going for him, but I thought they should have done a lot better expanding it so he would have... Riz Ahmed is a good actor, but I still haven't been completely sold on him, even though he's been in, like, big hits like Star Wars, and he's done great projects for HBO and things
Star
like
Wars?
this. Yeah, Rogue One.
Who do you play?
He was a pilot whose mind got all jibble-jabbled by that octopus thingy. He was like the defect pilot that they were looking for when they got locked up.
I gotta look him up and see what he looks like. Well, he looks like him. But
Yeah, in the Venom movie. I mean, I guess he was covered in all Star Wars gear, but...
I forget. I gotta look it up.
Don't worry about it. But yeah, so the villain did fall short a little bit. I would also say the action pieces and the set pieces, they weren't as up to standard. I thought it was really cool when, like, the entire sequence of him getting Venom, like, from the building all the way to, like, the car chase that he goes out on the street, when Venom's, like, interacting with it. I thought that was, like, the definitive great part of the movie. That action set piece was amazing, where he's, like, running off the wall, showing his power, things like that, where he's confused. Again, Tom Hardy just sold it, absolutely sold it. But
exactly.
I thought those moments were great in the movie. One thing lacking, CGI. It was just like, you could tell this is so animated.
Yeah, I could tell that too. But I was willing to forgive that.
I was too, because it's like a little slob thing moving around. So
exactly, yeah.
Maybe forgivable. So we did character development.
The one thing that I would criticize with Tom Hardy and Venom's relationship is the whole premise is Venom, like, symbiotes come here to take over and bring more symbiotes back. They plan to come to Earth, right? And then the whole reason Venom goes against the other symbiotes is because he likes Eddie Brock, he likes humanity, but he just makes that switch. You don't see why.
Yeah, that was my next point.
It's
like, why?
It's a great idea that, okay, I like Eddie Brock and I like humanity, and that's why I'm fighting. It's great, but they just didn't have, like, he went from like literally killing Eddie Brock to saying I like you and humanity, and just, yeah.
You know what, I think, like, flashbacks would have been a great moment for that too if they wanted to do it anyway. But, like, I think they gave that moment to Tom Hardy and Venom, because when Venom's like, I know everything in your mind. I think you were supposed to sense that, I've learned this person's mind. I'm a perfect match with him.
That's how they cover themselves.
Exactly.
But it's not.
Exactly, because it's like given to that person, but how do we feel it with that person? And I think they failed at that. They didn't make me understand that, or the audience fully understand that. And I think that's where they failed. They tried to do it, but
they did everything to the point where, like, oh, we did that.
Yeah.
But it's not, like, enough. Like,
yeah, because that's what makes a great movie. You have to feel it.
Like, the scene where I'm there on top of the building?
Mm-hmm.
I could see some more dialogue, just talking, interesting to see. Because Venom in the comics is the actual loser compared to all the other symbiotes. He's technically
which was a great line. That was one of the funniest lines.
Yeah, you could have heard him talk more about his life, because everyone's interested in that shit.
Uh-huh.
And then Tom Hardy opening up to him. It's just like, I don't know. I
They
can
could
see
have had that kind of emotional connection, like
Mhm.
you're a loser, I'm a loser.
Exactly.
Maybe we can, do this together.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we didn't get that. I think they just had it in their mind, but we didn't get that as an audience.
Exactly.
So that I guess the movie does fall short in a lot of places in that, but I'm excited for the character. I'm excited for Tom Hardy. I like the tease.
We Are Venom.
Yeah,
the whole thing.
I like the tease with the symbiote with his girlfriend.
Mhm.
Having like different symbiotes like that.
I actually only saw the Carnage one. What was the other one?
I remember in the woods where she comes to save him, and they have that kiss.
Yeah.
It's actually in this comic. I got a free comic book when I went to the theaters, guys, because I went opening weekend. And it has a couple scenes in here. I'm going to show Mr. Black here that scene. It's when she goes into the woods and she's covered by the symbiote to save Tom Hardy because they took it out right here in that scene.
Yeah.
And they share that kiss that they talk about in the last scene where they're like, "Hey, you want to talk about that kiss?"
Yeah.
That was a bad Tom Hardy. Like, actually, I don't know if I can do Tom Hardy. I'm not an actor.
I don't know how Tom Hardy does it.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites. I think he saved the movie, and hopefully they bring him back. They bring the character back. I would say.
I mean, if they came out with the Carnage movie, I would still watch it.
Venom vs. Carnage, yeah, absolutely. If they just did it separate, if they just want to make this the symbiote universe, okay, fine.
Well, I think unless you have any other points, one last thing I would want to ask you is, do you see this Venom meshing with the Marvel Universe Spider-Man?
Yeah, because I think that's the reason they made a PG-13.
Yeah.
I was really hoping there was a lot of potential there when I saw it. Like, man, if this was R-rated, they could have done that a lot better, or they could have done this a lot better, and I would have felt it.
I would say Venom is a PG-13 character.
Yeah?
Like, most of his history, PG-13. There are some comics that go really dark in Venom.
I mean, he's like eating people.
Yeah.
He's like...
But he's like funny about like eating your head. It's like a childish thing to say, kind of.
Yeah.
But then he does eat someone's head.
Yeah.
But like, I could see a funny dialogue with Venom and Spider-Man, Tom Holland and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I could see them meshing together.
Yeah. Oh man, Tom Hardy and Tom Holland.
Dude, I would...
And Tom Holland has solidified me as the best Spider-Man out of every single Spider-Man that's been on the screen. I'm sorry. I said it. I did it. He's the best. He's the best Spider-Man.
I would have to say he's the best too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the most original to the comics.
He's perfect.
Yeah.
Alright. So, hopefully they bring this back. How would you rate this movie? How about on a scale of 1 to 0 to 5?
Personally, out of 1 to 5, I give it a 4.
You give it a 4?
Because I enjoyed the movie. I love Venom on a personal level. As far as the movie itself, if you didn't know the Venom character, I don't know. Other than Venom and Tom Hardy, I'd have to give it like a 2. The movie itself, a 2. Tom Hardy
gave you an extra 2 points.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Venom.
Wow.
But no, also because I'm such a fan of Venom. Like, and they did justice by the character.
Because, like, I'm wondering, like, I'm thinking you would give, like, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, like, a 4. Would you? Would you do that to Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one?
No, the second one. Would you give that a 4?
3 or a 4.
3 or a 4?
The first one I give a 5.
So you're maybe that's a bad example because maybe Venom is maybe a little bit better movie because it's on a smaller scale.
Yeah.
So I did feel a little bit more connection with.
And it's
character.
like the first time you've seen this character.
This Venom, yeah.
Well, we have seen it, but that was a bullshit.
Yeah. But like, I'm surprised. I thought you were a little bit more negative on the movie.
I just saw so much more potential. That's where I'm on the negativity.
You gave it on the potential.
What about you?
So I was going back and forth between 3 and 3.5, and I think that's because of Tom Hardy. Only simply because I'm happy about Venom. I'm happy about their choice. I'm happy about Tom Hardy. So
yeah,
and I'm happy about their banter. Like, just bring him back. Let him banter with himself.
Yeah, like the last scene where he's just walking off the sunset and they're just talking. I'm like, no, I want to hear more.
More, right? Like, I could just. It would just. I wouldn't mind 30-minute clips of just him walking down the street
doing
with him
laundry
and Venom.
And shit.
Yeah, just with him and Venom. Like Venom learning about the world and things like that.
Exactly. Like, they could have had a bunch of stuff like.
Because he's that good.
There could have been a whole montage of them just doing normal shit together.
And just them talking, bantering.
And that's how they get to know each other. I could see that. And that would have really solidified the main point that Venom decides to betray the symbiote.
Exactly.
If they had that one part, the movie would
even at the end of the banter when he's hiding Venom from his girlfriend, and he's like, she doesn't know that we're gonna get her back. You know, like, it's just perfect. It was really good. So I'll give him an A+ for the Venom character.
Yeah,
I would.
Give him. Yeah, an A. He saved it.
Yeah,
just with himself without any need of any other anything else to support him.
Absolutely.
Right.
That was our little short on Venom. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, there's going to be plenty of shorts to come in the future. Hopefully in the future, if you guys have topic ideas, we can do shorts about. This is just one of our hobbies and passionate things. We love comic books, but we'll get into other topics as we move forward. We are the Betterment Junkies. I'm Mr. White.
Mr. Black. And you can check us out on tbjunkies.com. And there will be all the other social media links and whatnot.
All the episodes, all the information you guys need. tbjunkies.com. You guys have a great day. Woo! Venom!